Muscle strength, body shape, and a fine-tuned nervous system, all attributes that make a good sprinter. Marecia Pemberton has flown through her time at Florida State, but what makes her stand out is more than just ink in her record book. It's how she handled an injury that threatened her career and how she overcame that dark moment in her life.
So I had a hip labral tear, and I think what we are assuming what happened, we were practicing for the relay and I fell on the right side of my body. And about 2 weeks after that, I got bruised up and scratched up all over my right side of my body. About 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that, the right side of my body just started acting differently. I had hip pain, knee pain, Achilles pain, and you know, we didn't really think anything of it. And a year later, I found out that I tore my hip labral.
In 2012, Pemberton had to make a decision. She could walk away from her passion, or she could have surgery on her hip in hopes to one day recover and run again. She knew she had to do whatever it would take to get back on the track and continue on her path as a star athlete. And in this time of need, she knew she needed the support of somebody very special.
I had to reach out to my mom. I had to reach out to my mother a lot because she's a Christian. She's huge in my life. And she would send me scripture readings every morning, just telling me, you know, keep your head up. Don't worry about this. And she would send me like scriptures in the Bible to read. And so when I read these scriptures, I said, it gave me a peace of mind, like, okay, everything's gonna be okay.
Watching her deal with it and going through it had to be really positive, and she was good about that. You know, the whole time she talked about when I'm back on the track, when I'm back running fast, when I'm back lifting weights. So she did a really good job of just staying positive through that process.
And while Pemberton has made a near full recovery, the road traveled was far from easy.
In 2013, the year after I had my surgery, that was very hard. The reason I said that was because it was about teaching my body, reminding my body how to sprint, you know? So I would go out there and I would sprint, but my body wasn't fully there. And this had to do with the fact that Coach Ken, everything I did was like half of what everybody else was doing because we didn't want to, you know, hurt the leg anymore. But I knew my capabilities, but my body wasn't responding the way, it wasn't there as yet. So it was like, I'm trying to push it, but it wasn't really responding, so that was very difficult.
One of the hardest things was to hold her back. You know, there was an amount of work that we felt like we could get through without hurting her again or it getting so painful that we would miss 2 or 3 days. So holding her back from working too hard was one of the biggest deals. But yeah, she came back with a vengeance.
And since her return, Pemberton has made her way back to being a top performer. She's also been awarded a title that she says means more than any record.
When I found out I was team captain, because the thing is, I just saw my photo on the wall where in the atrium at Moore, and I saw my face, and I'm like, oh, it was a shocker. So I don't know, I just taken back by the whole thing.
Marecia is a very good leader. She's someone to look up to. She's very inspirational and very motivational. And I feel like in this sport, it's really hard to like lose faith if you're not having a good week. And I've seen her lose faith, but in 5 seconds, she's like, you know what, that's negative energy, I don't want it. And I think you need people like that in your life, not even just on the track, but off the track too.
Pemberton reminds us all that with faith, determination, and a good attitude, there is nothing you can't accomplish. I'm Col Robertson for Seminole Sports Magazine.